Hello there, boys and girls. Brucey here. I hope you are all doing remarkably well out there in YouTube land. Today, I'm going to be doing a video on this amazing free plugin. Yes, this is a fantastic free plugin I think everybody should have because it has so many different uses, from being a really different kind of reverb to being something that you can be really experimental with. And what we'll look at today just is a couple of examples of this on both a piano and where it's meant to be, as the Pianoverb, and then on the guitar. It really comes to life, I think, on a guitar. Also, because it is mimicking the reverberation of piano strings, it has all these interesting harmonics and overtones. Because it doesn't have the bloom of a traditional reverb, it doesn't tend to clutter up your mix. So where it can be really useful is if you just need a subtle amount of reverb on something. This works a treat. So let's jump in and hear a few examples. So I'm just going to turn this down. Let's just bypass it and hear what keyscape sounds like. A dry piano sound. So we're using the custom C7 grand piano, which I think just sounds awesome. Okay, so let's fire on the reverb with some moderate settings here and see what it sounds like. It's not blooming out, it's not filling up a space, but it's giving you a sense of depth. Let's whack up the decay time. Let's see where we can really push this to, because as you know on this channel, we like to push things to their limits. No sustain pedal there at all. It's great. So let's whack up the dampening. So we're dampening the string. So you're getting a really kind of lush reverb, but it's not filling the mix. It's not washing out over everything. Let's just turn it. And where the fun really starts is if you start transposing it. So we can transpose up. So we're going to end up with something that sounds quite harp-like, I think. Let me just turn this mix up here as well. So you've got a very metallic, almost resonant, almost ring modulation type sound there. I think pushing these settings can really be interesting when you're looking at doing sound design. So let's take the dampening down again. This would work really well on a synth, so we'll jump over to a synth in a second. The other thing as well, you can take it down 2 octaves or an octave. Now I think that's really nice. You're getting this kind of lower octave reverb here. It's a bit more washy because we've got the decay time, but let's just bring this down a little bit. Dry, reverb. Fantastic. You can also tune it differently. And if we're going for a complete sound design kind of thing, let's whack that up there. Almost going into a bit of self-oscillation there. But you can have these extremely long, very interesting reverb sounds rather than being the general washy reverbs that we tend to encounter. This, again, will be quite useful for something like an ambient track, maybe. I have taken my hands off. We could actually turn this into a nice pad sound by getting rid of the attack. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to record a little bit. What we will then do is I'm just going to bounce this in. Actually, I'm going to make it a little bit longer. Let's just make that a little bit longer. Sample of what we've just created there, which we could then just put a fade on. Let's do it up here to get rid of some of that attack and make it a bit more. More pad-like and ambient sounding. And of course, we can always add more reverb to that. We can even try and reverse. If you're into that kind of thing. And finally, let's just jump over and see how useful this can be on the guitar. So this is my clean guitar sound. Just a Fender Strat into the simplifier. No reverb, no nothing. So let's just add a little bit of this on here. And I'm going to actually go from mono to stereo with this. So straight out the bat, you've got a really kind of nice sounding reverb. Without the long tail, without... So let's have some fun with this. Let's turn the decay time up a bit. So out the bat, a nice simple reverb to use, and then we could try something where we let's just try transposing that down. That sounds pretty lovely. Again, let's go experimental with the detune amount. Very much like a ring modulator there. That could be an interesting sound. Again, if you're looking for atmospherics and things for your tracks, that works. Could be something. Let's go the other way down. Or maybe let's go to about that sounds pretty nice. Again, probably a little bit too much, but let's see where we're. Put it on, and what I'll do is just take the mix down a little bit. Even less. Let's go to, well, I'd usually have it about 20%. So there you have it. a little introduction to the PSP Pianoverb. And it's free, so there's no reason not to have it. Get it, play with it, destroy it, turn it around, do crazy things with it, and you'll be really surprised. But ultimately, as I've said, using it as when you don't want a reverb to fully wash out a track, when you don't want the reverb tails to be too long, this can be really subtle. We'll put that back to normal. I'll put the decay somewhere reasonable. You've got a really subtle reverb here. With, without. I hope you find that useful. I've been Brucey. Take care, my friends. I will catch you later.